Hey, well, this is my second entry for this semester, and as usual, I have to talk about what I have learned during the units. This time, I will talk about language and power and mythology, and also I will talk a little bit about how I feel and my impressions about the students movement, the strike that took place in our university. I will start by answering some questions attached from the dossier, and the first one will be regarding the Unit 3, Language and Power. And it says, what are the elements that make language a source of power? Well, here I write it down three of them, and one is the way that people communicate between each other, also identity and expression. The three of them are very linked, and I can relate it with the strike that took place in our university. In that strike, we express ourselves. We argue with each other. We discuss a lot of topics, and language help us a lot. Some people feel identified with some decisions, or I don't know. I'm thinking about the people who vote no for the strike, and also for the ones who vote the yes. So I guess that these three elements are really important in the language as a source of power. We, with the strike, demonstrate our power in university. That we were not only people who were paying for education. We even though we have different opinions about it, and there was many discussions, and I don't know to say fights among each other. I think that language it was we state very clear what we want to say through language with the strike in our university. Well, the second one, it's regarding to mythology, and it's the question says, what's the relevance of mythology in the understanding of the world today? Well, I'm thinking in three, like I'm sorry. I'm thinking about three reasons of the relevance of mythology today, and it had to be with our identity and how we build our identity based on ancient stories, also our customs and beliefs, and why not the construction of civilizations in our own society. We I don't know. I guess that mythology is one of those things that we have very inside of us. I don't know if I'm explaining myself. We have naturalized mythology in certain way that we don't stop to think about them. Actually, I quite enjoy this unit because I never thought of learning mythology in university, at least not studying English pedagogy, and 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 I realized how my lifestyle is reflected in several of these stories, not only on the Roman and Greek culture that are the ones that influenced influence our society the most, but also in the Nordic, in the Norse um, mythology and African mythology. How certain patterns repeat even today, and how through these patterns and these ancient stories we can interpret our society and we can see the world. Um, yeah, regarding the students movement, I don't feel quite comfortable talking about it. I think that I respect the decisions that were made, but I would like to say that it's such shame to realize the people who I am studying with. They were a lot of trouble with some people and some in gossips and I don't know threats to the ones who wanted to go to classes. And I don't know, we're classmates. I suppose that we were in the same way for save the education. I I have I have to admit that I am feeling really disappointed at this point, but we will find a way, and maybe we have difference with our classmates. Somehow we have to support each other and we have to stand together. um I don't know. I would like to say that we should be smart in this kind of decisions. We can we need to think a lot on the consequences that these decisions will bring, and we need to accept them, and we need to fight with them and for them. So here we are. We are, I'm sorry for the word, but we are really screwed up with a lot of tasks, and I would like to ask my classmates if it works. For me it works, but I hope I'm not the only one. I don't know. Thank you.